Hey everyone, welcome. Today we're going to break down the exact blueprint you need to build a rock-solid business credit profile, one that takes you from just an idea to a truly fundable company.
But first, let's kick things off with a question that, honestly, probably keeps a lot of you up at night. Are you, maybe without even realizing it, putting everything on the line? Your house, your savings, your personal security for your business. It's a scary thought, but it's a risk you can completely eliminate.
So, here's the game plan for how we're going to tackle this. We'll start with the traps so many entrepreneurs fall into. Then we'll walk through the blueprint step by step, from laying the foundation to building your profile, using your credit, and finally becoming fundable. It's a clear path forward.
Okay, so before we start building anything, we've got to understand the problem we're trying to solve. And the biggest hurdle for any new business is what I like to call the personal credit trap.
And look, the difference here is night and day. When you use your personal credit for business stuff, you're literally linking your family's financial well-being to your company. One big business expense can totally trash your personal score. And if things go south with the business, your personal assets are fair game. Business credit, that creates a firewall. It protects you.
And here's the real kicker. The reason this is so incredibly damaging. A whopping 30% of your personal credit score is based on something called credit utilization. That's just how much of your available credit you're using. So if you put a single $10,000 inventory order on your personal credit card, you could max it out, and just like that, your score takes a nosedive, even if you pay it all back the next day. It's crazy.
So, okay, how do we get out of this mess? Simple. We build something new. We follow a blueprint to create a completely separate financial identity for your business, and that all starts with its credit profile.
So what is a business credit profile? Well, think of it like your company's financial report card. It's what lenders, suppliers, and even insurance companies look at to figure out if you're a good bet. It tracks your payment history, your accounts, and any public records. Basically, a strong profile screams to the world, hey, this business is legit and you can trust us.
All right, time to roll up our sleeves and actually start building this thing. These first 5 steps, they are the absolute concrete foundation for everything else. Nail these, and I promise the rest of this gets a whole lot easier.
We're going to dig into the most important ones here, but the big idea for all of them is the same. To create a business that looks, acts, and, this is key, is totally separate from you, the person.
Okay, step 1, your address. Right off the bat, using your home address is a massive mistake. It makes your private info public, and it just doesn't look professional. And nope, a P.O. box isn't going to cut it either. You need a real commercial address. That could be a physical space or even a virtual one from a place like Regus. It's a small cost for a huge boost in credibility.
Now look, all these steps are important, but this next one, step 4, this is arguably the most critical piece of the whole puzzle, forming an LLC or a corporation. This isn't just about filling out some forms. This is the legal move that builds that firewall we talked about between your assets and the business's debts. Without this step, that protection just doesn't exist.
So, once your business is a real legal thing, it needs its own ID number. That's your EIN. The easiest way to think about it is like a social security number, but for your company. You'll need it for taxes, hiring people, and opening that business bank account. And here's a pro tip. It is absolutely 100% free from the IRS website, irs.gov. Don't ever pay for one. Okay, so our legal foundation is solid. Now the next phase of our blueprint is all about making sure the rest of the world sees us as a credible, trustworthy business. It's time to build your public profile.
These next few steps are all about building your public footprint. We're going from just existing on paper to being a real professional business that anyone, especially a lender, can look up and verify.
Seriously, the second you get that EIN, your very next stop should be the bank. Do not put this off. And here's the inside scoop on why. The age of your bank account actually matters to lenders. A business that's had an account open for a while just looks more stable, so get it done right away.
Let's be real, in today's world, if you don't have a website, do you even exist? For a lender, it's one of the first things they check. And look, this doesn't have to be some fancy, expensive thing. Just a clean, simple, one-page site made with a tool like Wix or Squarespace is all you need to check that box and prove you're the real deal.
Okay, so the foundation's poured, the frame is up, the structure is there. But now, we've got to flip the switch and bring this thing to life. This is all about how you actually use credit to build a powerful history and amazing score.
And you know, this quote here from an expert over at Experian,
It just perfectly captures the strategy. Smart businesses don't try to get a huge loan on day one. They start small, right? They open what's called trade credit with their suppliers, and they use those small, regular payments to build a track record of being reliable.
So when it comes to actually building your score, it really boils down to two things. First, obviously pay your bills on time, every single time. But the second part, and this is the one so many people forget, you have to make sure your vendors are actually reporting your on-time payments to the credit bureaus. Because if they don't report it, it's like it never happened. You get zero credit for it.
And these are the big three places where all that reporting goes: Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. They each kind of focus on slightly different things. D&B is huge for vendor payments, while the others are more for cards and loans. Your job is to build a great reputation with all of them and keep an eye on your profiles to make sure they're accurate.
Okay, we followed the blueprint step by step. We laid the foundation, we built the public profile, we've started using our credit strategically. So let's wrap this up and look at the grand finale, the amazing payoff for doing all this foundational work.
This right here is the whole point. A solid business credit profile does three incredible things for you. 1, it creates that firewall protecting you and your family. 2, it proves to the world that your business is legit. And 3, and this is the big one, it unlocks the door to real funding, better loans, bigger credit lines, and the capital you need to scale your vision.
So there you have it. The complete blueprint is now in your hands. The plans are all laid out. The only question left is, what are you going to build?